All right, 579 Peterbilt. This is a 21. I imagine they're all very similar. I want to change the front grille to a black one, so I bought an aftermarket one. Man, what a pain in the ass. If you're getting an OEM, if you're just replacing your grill with a Peterbilt grill, one of those $400, $500, $600 ones, it's just a straightforward bolt-on, very simple. If you go aftermarket like I did, there's a few extra steps. In hindsight, I probably would have just taken mine off and plasta dipped it and put it back on. I wouldn't recommend spray painting it. It just won't last unless you're going to get professional and clear coat it and everything else. It came in a box like that, man. Disassembled. You have to put it all together, but it's super basic. It only goes together one way. You can't do it wrong. And I got this off Amazon or eBay for like $100, $115. Although you have to screw it together, it's about the same quality as the OEM, about the same thickness of plastic. Getting it off is pretty straightforward. Unless you're a super skinny dude, the easiest way to remove it is to take your inner fender liners out, and they're held on with, it's probably metric, but I use a 5/16 impact on it. And there's, 5 bolts on each side to take your inner fenders out. That way you can get in there and actually reach the all these little nuts. They're all 5/16. There's a handful of them. And you see, they just unscrew real easy. Use a long extension on some of them so you can get to them. And your hood grippy thingy is that's a 15 millimeter. That's it. It just kind of falls off right on the ground. I put a blanket down so it wouldn't get scratched up because I'm trying to resell it. And that was the end of the easy part. Now, to get your Peterbilt emblem off to put on your new grill, man, it's a pain. There's 2 little 10 millimeter bolts in the back. Take those off, and then I got a razor knife and kind of worked it around the edges and used a screwdriver to pry on it just very carefully because you don't want to break that thing. It's metal, but that plastic inlay will probably shatter if you bend it too much. And it's Peterbilt, so it costs $5,000 if you buy a new one from the dealership. But you just work it off, man. You just go slow. It'll come off. Now, the 2-sided tape covers the whole thing. It's kind of a pain to get off, but once it's off, just get some kind of cleaner or water or whatever. If you have the right tools, just scrape all that gunk off so you get a nice smooth surface so it'll stick when you go to put it back on. Get you some 2-sided tape to put it back on. Don't do what I did and just use some gasket sealer on it. Figure it'll hold it. Man, what a mess it made. It squished stuff everywhere and it's a pain in the butt to clean up. After the first test fit, I find the first problem. The new one has these tabs on it for some reason. I mean, the OEM, you can see where they used to have them, but they're been cut off. But they come off easy enough, no big deal. Grab a pair of pliers and just snap each one of them off flush. Now that was the last of the easy stuff. Okay, test fit number 2. And where I screwed it together, where it has these little bump outs, they make the grill stick out too far where they're sticking at. And you can't take those off. They hold it together. So break out the grinder and carve out little niches where they go, into the fiberglass, into the metal, so they will fit in there flush. Otherwise, it'll be sticking out 1/8 of an inch. And after a trip to the hardware store to buy slightly longer bolts, I just couldn't get the other ones to start. It's looking pretty good. I just held it on with duct tape and then tilt the hood up and you get the first couple of bolts started and it just pulls the rest of it in there pretty easily. Yeah, that's phase 1 of the front end. It's trying to not really murder out the truck, but I just want it black and chrome, just a little bit of chrome, not a whole lot of black. That'll tie in with the wrap and the big bull bar I've got being built, and hopefully it'll look good when I'm done.